What's up, spooky buttercup babe? Welcome back to my channel. Today is very exciting. Actually, the whole month is exciting because it's officially October, and that means I have a spooky TBR and a huge library book haul because I want to try out quite a few new authors, but I'm on a book buying ban, so the library is where it's at. And that's why I don't have any physical copies right now. I'm going to share the book cover in that little space right there as I speak about these books briefly, because they're not in at this point. I have to go get some, and some are still in transit. So this is possibly what I'm going to read. I'm not 100% sure because the one negative of the library is that you're on the whim of others in line before you. So I just know these might be a possibility. But you know what? That makes it mysterious for spooky season, and I'm into it. So let's just go for the first one today. And this is for the Messed Up Book Club. Here Lies a Vengeful Bitch by Cody Crowley. Now, this is a debut author, her first book, if I recall correctly. And the title and the cover pulled me in, obviously. I think it's a great start, hopefully, for the spooky season. And like I said, it's for the Messed Up Book Club. I found it randomly on Goodreads when it first came out many moons ago. So, I mean, someone did the main character dirty, and it's revenge time, baby. I like to hear it. I like to read it. Number 2 is Matchmaking for Psychopaths by Tasha Correll. And this is also something that I found on Goodreads. And I forget if it was just a random, sometimes you see ads on Goodreads. It might have been that, or it was just someone that read the book and so I saw their update. Either way, I like this cover and I like the concept. It's about a woman who matchmakes for psychopaths. Pretty straightforward, but you know there's shenanigans happening because they're psychopaths. So this isn't, well, maybe it is considered horror. I don't exactly know 100%. Maybe it's a thriller. I don't know, but it's for me. Number 3, The Troop by Nick Cutter. I have been told many times, start with The Troop when we're talking about Nick. And so I totally am. Thank you so much. I don't know too much about this novel. I like going in pretty blah. I do read the blurb, but I read this blurb like 5 months ago. Am I going to remember? No. But I've had like 5 people say you should try it out. And Nick is new to me as an author. I know of him because you see him all the time in the horror genre. I just want to give it a go. Well, basically for all of these because I can't pay for it, but also I'm more relaxed on trying new books and authors because if I don't like it, I just DNF and return it to the library. So I like the cover. I forget the concept, but that's fine. Number 4, Night Bitch by Rachel Yoder. Now, isn't this supposed to be a movie? Because it was Reese Witherspoon's pick for her book club. I do recall it wasn't Oprah's book club. I'm pretty sure it was Reese's book club. And now it's going to be a movie or a TV show. Whatever. That's how I figured it out. That's a hilariously grim, dark, love to see it cover. I don't know what it's about, but I like the title and the cover. Therefore, I'm trying it out. Number 5, An Academy for Liars by Alexis Henderson. Now, this is not a new author to me. I have all of Alexis's books. I always have trouble saying that because you have to do like an apostrophe after S's at the end of names. I'm so sorry. I have all of Alexis Henderson's books. That sounds better. I just can't buy books right now. I'm trying to pay the bills and it's not working. So luckily, this dark academia novel is at the library. And I have had it on my TBR for quite some time. And it was finally added to the library a couple months ago, and then therefore I was waiting for spooky season because it's dark academia, creepy magic at a big, I think it's Ivy League school. And I know that Alexis writes very well, so I'm excited to try that one out. Next up is Bury Your Gaze by Chuck Tingle. I read and I own his other book, not the erotica. His other not self-published book, his traditionally published book called Camp Damascus. I gave that 4 stars and I did a book review on it. So I'm excited for Bury Your Gaze. This is a trope in the horror genre, bury your gaze, as in killing off the gay characters fairly fast and they really don't make it to the end. So it's a bit of a satirical horror. He's flipping Bury Your Gaze on its head, and I've heard great things about this novel. Number 7, Lost Gods by Brahm. I actually do have this copy thanks to Patrick. It's like over a year old. I don't know why it's taking me so long. Well, I think it's because it's so freaking big. And I don't know where it is right now, so that's why I have the cover right here instead of holding it. But that one I do own. The other ones I don't own. And this one, it's kind of, if I recall correctly, don't quote me, anyone. It's basically one of those Greco-Roman tales where a husband goes down to the underworld to save his family. Okay, I'm into it if that's the case. If not, well, I'm gonna read the blurb when I pick that up and then it's gonna be a surprise. Number 8, The Murder of Roger Ackroyd by Agatha Christie. Look, we just always needed Agatha Christie, and she has so many damn books. It really doesn't matter. You can read one book in the Hercule Poirot series just per year around this time, and you would get to like what, 46? How many books she had? 45, 46. So I'm going to go with this book. I've heard it's a masterpiece. It's book 4 in the Hercule Poirot series, so you really don't need to read Hercule Poirot in order. I think some people do. Well, of course, back in the day when she was publishing them, you had to. But I think nowadays you don't. And so I'm going to give it a go. Number 9, Blister by Jeff Strand. This is the second book for the Messed Up Book Club. However, I don't know if I'm going to be able to grab it, but I did put it on because it is for the Messed Up Book Club. And it's the second half of October. We will see. And the basic blurb that I remember is that this follows a young woman who was severely burned and she's made fun of all the time because that's totally her fault. But, horror novel, she's getting her revenge, I hope. I'm pretty sure she does, based on the blurb, but who knows, right? And now, finally, number 10, The Lamb by Lucy Rose. My friend Patrick suggested this book. I don't know what it's about. I like the cover. Maybe it's like a sacrificial lamb horror, religious horror novel. I don't know. It's at my library. Yes, I'm gonna try things out. And unfortunately, I don't know. I know there will be at least 1 or 2 DNFs. That's why I have 10. But that's totally fine. And, well, this would be unfortunately. Unfortunately, if there's 3 or more DNFs, then I'm going to have to come up with more books. But I think these 10 are solid. I'm going to not jinx myself and say they're going to be fantastic. Because September, those reads weren't great. So, well, for the most part, they weren't great. It was pretty meh. So I'm just trying to spookily manifest all 10 of these amazing books. It should be amazing because I need some escapism and just positive stuff right now. So I'm just gonna say that, you know, these 10 books will be worth the read. I think I do things really differently. I will start a read thinking that it's 5 stars, and then it decreases with, you know, the problems. I know a lot of people start at 3 stars or 1 star, and then it kind of moves up and down. I guess I'm very optimistic. I always start at 5 stars, just assuming that every book I read is going to be enjoyable and great, and then it, you know, it kind of goes downhill. Does that sound optimistic? I think so. Yeah, so excuse my little ramble, but here we are. Thank you so much for watching. What are you reading for spooky season? And tell me your October plans. I really want to know. I have some, but I'm going to do a separate video about that. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great rest of your day. Read, write, do whatever you need to do for self-care, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.